Hello, and welcome to the After Bedtime Podcast. I am your host, HP Burrito. And on tonight's episode, no closure, disclosure. As some of you are aware, today is Saturday, June 26th to be exact, 2021. And yesterday was the preliminary report for the preliminary assessment for unidentified aerial phenomenon. And if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, back in 2020, in December, before President Donald Trump was signed in a emergency act for the whole COVID relief fund and all that stuff, that way people can get monies and whatnot during the pandemic. Well, one little thing he put in there, and we discussed this before, was the Senate pretty much gave all the intelligence agencies a date, like, by this certain date, you need to tell us what you know about UFOs. And the entire UFO community was a buzz. Okay, everybody was like, they're going to finally tell us, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Although there were a few people who were kind of skeptical, like, I don't know, we've heard this before. And me being one of them, I mean, we have heard this before, where they say they're going to tell us a little tidbit of information. Now, granted, this report was leaked out at the beginning of the month, the official report being out. I took the time, I skimmed through it, I read it, and just like I figured, a big nothing burger. It was absolutely bupkis. Pretty much, it's a 9-page report with the last couple pages being just, the appendix and sources and whatnot. But I mean, skimming through the report and reading through it, I mean, they don't tell us much, but at the same time, they do tell us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That there's limited data, leaves most UAPs unexplained, which is what a UAP is. It's an unknown aerial phenomenon, or back in the day, the old nomenclature was the UFO, unidentified flying object, which I think the reason they moved over from UFO to UAP was just to get rid of the stigma of the alien. Because you hear UFO, you're automatically thinking little green men from Mars. And that's not what it is. The UFO is just something in the air that is unknown. Or a USO, something underwater that is unknown. And until we figure out what it is, it remains unknown. Like, if we see something in the air, like, what is that? That's a UFO. And then, that's a plane. We just identified it. It is no longer a UFO. But at first glance, it was. Either way, it has nothing to do with this report, because the most part of this report is that pretty much what they're saying is, we don't know. The very short version of this report is, we don't know. Now, granted, they do leave it open that the possibility of a alien, extraterrestrial or ultra-terrestrial beings might be out there visiting us, but they never confirmed that. Matter of fact, I don't even think the word alien has been in this report at all. And I've gone through it, like I said, a few times, going back, this and that. And like I said, like most of the things that it talks in here, it's like, UAPs probably lack a single explanation. Well, yeah, obviously, because I mean, it could be so many different things, from a plane that we haven't figured out it's a plane yet, to an alien spacecraft, or a bird, or anything that's in the air. And I don't know. It's just, I'm gonna try to remember to put the link to the document, to the actual, because it's on an actual .gov website. It's the unclassified report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And it's from his office that this report comes out to us. So it's public information given out by the government, telling us, and the majority of people, we have unknowns that buzz our military, and the whole report is very American-centric also. Like, it makes it seem like it's just an American problem. The UAPs and UFOs are worldwide, they're global, and they span many decades. From, in fact, if you really think about it, it's been more than decades, because I mean, we've had, depictions of UFOs in artwork from back in the day. In the Bible, talks about certain things. You know, I think it's Ezekiel's wheel. Sounds a lot like a UFO to me. Just saying. But the short version of this entire podcast is the report came out Friday, dumping day, and just like I figured, nothing special. Nothing to see here, except maybe there could be an alien. We don't know. We're the government. We don't know much of anything. Anyway, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time after bedtime. Good night, everybody.